way, just in case anybody was wondering, like, I'm not originally from Canada. Yeah. I was born in Scotland. And I became a proud Canadian in 1988. When I left Scotland, I left a lot of things behind. I was able to come to Canada with, to be quite honest with you, not too much. I remember my mother. I remember arriving, it was July, and moving to a wee place called Brampton, Ontario. And we bought my dad was able to, we sold everything we had in Scotland, so my old man was able to find a wee place for us. And I remember also, I'll never ever forget my mother nailing up towels over the window for the first week we were here. I'll never ever forget that. But I'll also never forget what I left behind in Scotland. Needless to say, it's a beautiful place, but it wasn't really the place I was leaving, it was the people. And one of the most important women in my life was my granny, Margaret. And, well, thank you. Did you know her? She knew everybody, my granny. She partied like a rock star, smoked like a chimney, ate like a fish. She really did. She was an old woman, she was an old lonely woman at times because she was widowed when my dad was 5 and she never remarried. She brought up 3 boys by herself, scrubbing primary school floors. Kind of give you a wee bit of insight on her character. But I used to phone my gran every Sunday. When I moved to Canada, she was kind of like my anchor. She was that one thing that I always look forward to on a Sunday. Some people went to church. I phoned my gran. She was kind of like my church. Still is. But a few months ago, I got a wee phone call to say, son, you better get home. My Uncle Larry had phoned me, and for 15 years I talked to her every Sunday. And long story short, I laid down beside my granny on a Sunday, and I said goodbye to her for a final time. So I do what I usually do, which is pull up my guitar and write a song, as it helps me with the weight of the world. So I've written a wee song for her, and I would like to play it for you tonight. Here I am, all alone, staring down, down, down at a telephone. I know you hear me, I feel you near me. Can you help me? Please, please tell me. Who am I gonna call on Sunday? Who am I gonna pour my heart out to? Who am I gonna call on Sunday? Now that everyone's called on you, well, I know found God's grace in a far, far, far better place. I know you're watching, my teardrops falling. It's not you going, it's the pain of not knowing. Who am I gonna call on Sunday? Who am I gonna pour my heart out to? Who am I gonna call on Sunday? Now that heaven's called on you, who am I gonna call on Sunday? Who am I gonna pour my heart out to? Who am I gonna call on Sunday? Now that heaven's called on